Hey, we're trying the demo of Strange Antiquities. This is from Iceberg Interactive. This is my June game for 2025. It is only the demo version. The full game is not yet available. I believe it takes roughly 90 minutes to play the demo, though it may take a little longer. This was recommended to me as something that if you enjoy blueprints, you would probably enjoy this, so we'll give it a try. As the Thermitage's apprentice, there is a lot to learn. Every object must be treated with care, and it's important to identify harmful from harmless, the potent from the mild. It was only supposed to be a temporary arrangement when Eli left the shop. Strange Antiquities in my hands. None of us knew by then the pendulum was already swinging with a terrible certainty that could not be stopped. Apparently we're street address number 2. The ravens were an omen, a circling unkindness of black wings and cheerless cries that seemed, even then, to signal the start of a rising dread. I like the visual style so far. Day 1, Thursday. My understanding is that you can only play the first 2 days, so we'll see how it goes. We have a clock with a pendulum. I can click the pendulum. We have a cat you can pat. Cat has heterochromia. It has one green eye and one blue eye. There is a bell. There's a symbol. There's something down the bottom there. And there's other things I can touch. Eli White. I've been called away to assist in an urgent matter in Ravenglass and must leave at once. I'm leaving the shop in your care, with reluctance I might add. Make use of the reference material. Here, take this. It is dangerous. You must not go alone. It's a useful index in the back that may be useful to you. If in doubt, study it carefully. And remember, there are some powerful artefacts here. Under no circumstances should you seek entry to any locked doors, drawers, or cupboards. In fact, safest not to touch anything at all. Well, we know that's not going to happen. I should be back in a few days. Okay. Alright, so we have Eli White the Thermitage. We have a cat. Eli is a Thermitage, a collector and curator of powerful objects that are, to the untrained eye may appear dull and lifeless, but that in the right hands and armed with the right knowledge can be the gateway to so much more. For Eli, the quest to unearth and understand each new object has been the driving force of his adult life. As the owner of Strange Antiquities, Eli is a stern master who knows firsthand what can happen if the right precautions are not taken. Doesn't tend to show much emotion, but does have a more tender side which is mostly reserved for the store's cat, Jupiter. Jupiter is the Thermitage's cat, or more accurately, Eli is Jupiter's Thermitage. Jupiter, found in Strange Antiquities, perhaps drawn to curiosities within, and made it his home. Eli was more than happy to accommodate him, but has learned early on that Jupiter was his own master. His business is his own, but largely consists of regular gnats, terrorising rodents, and midnight explorations of Undermere and beyond. What he does on his excursions is a mystery, but he seems well known among the town's residents. Back. That's who we know. This is the archive. That is, I'm guessing, settings. Oh, Thomas Pope, congratulations. Today is the day you meet the great Thomas Pope. That's me. I'm a man of two loves, fresh mountain air and a little white dog called Hamish. But I reserve some room for laughter among friends and shops with cats in them. I would be so kind. I'm looking for places for my hunter's boon. Nope. Hunter's boon is a primitive item. They grant the power predator enhancing perception and agility. They are made from trophies taken from slain beasts, with those from the deadliest predators being the most prized object. They are simple items without embellishment. Alright. Hunter's boon. It's a tiger's tooth. A trophy from a predator. On closer inspection, it gives a sensation of power. Book content discovered. Click to continue. The somewhat macabre objects were originally made from offerings to the goddess Cochin, but as practice fell out of favour, belief waned. They're hard to come across now and occasionally slipped out for their ability to keep vermin at bay. Some say that they can hear Cochin's unearthly hiss when they hold the ossic ring up to their ear. Jack Hungerford. The nights are drawing in again, dark shadows to hide dark deeds, or so my father always used to say. Seems like the shadow has grown darker since he passed 2 winters gone. A creeping dark has set up in my house. I'm told a shadow hold will draw it out. Shadow hold. A shadow hold or oshadic vessel is a container of any kind, sometimes a jar or bottle or some kind of box, and be used to contain an oshadic spirit, the manifesto known as creeping dark, pulling it towards the shadows like poison from a wound. They are decorated with an elaborate design called a shadow catcher. Okay. So we've solved those two. We've discovered the sun bond. Sun bond is a small lightweight designed to be carried discreetly, made of a non-precious metal of some kind, housing a gemstone of light. They carry the warmth of this and the light of the sun. Brightness can pierce the darkest gloom. Okay, so gameplay auto labeling. What's with all these ravens flying around Undermere today? I don't remember ever seeing anything like it. It's not a good day to be the sort who believes in darker omens. A letter for you. We discovered some papers in a hidden desk drawer in a boatyard last night. Mr. Jones almost threw them in the fire pit, but I asked to take a look at them first. That man does like to burn things. They look old. Maybe there's nothing of much use in here, but I thought of you when I came across an entry on the shin. Charles Weathers. Interesting. Julia Braddock. Ah, Jupiter, we meet again. Our paths crossed late last night on Princes Street. We shared a moment before he slunk off into the darkness, on important business, no doubt. I wonder if you can help me. I'm visiting my grandmother later, and I wanted to bring her some. She lives all alone on the edge of town out on Clanbrook Road. I don't always manage to get out there as often as I'd like. I thought maybe a moon heart would bring her some comfort. I'm guessing it's that thing, but it could be that thing. I'm going to go with that. No. So something comforting. Okay. We have cats, dice, cats, planchettes. Goal is to break the seal. Match the dice symbols to a section of the seal to break it. Click on the dice to unlock them. Roll the dice as many times as you like. The stars are wild. 5 of a kind automatically breaks the seal. So I need a moon, 3 cats and 2 stars. How do I lock it? Okay. There's a spider. A Selenic totem. Love or joy. Okay. An evocant. These stone items weigh the same as a man's heart, according to popular myth. The truth is a little less dramatic, but the weight of these items is nevertheless important and should never stray more precisely from 1 pound. Okay, so we have scales, we can weigh things. Edmund Bishop. The behaviour of these ravens is disturbing to say the least. As a rule, they only come together to feed. Ravens are omnivorous, carrion eaters mostly, but they'll take anything they can get their talons into. You'll be okay, Jupiter. And they'll kill if necessary. I didn't plan on dropping in today, but something was happening out there and I'd like to know what. A voice of Synovus may help put me at ease, or it might do the opposite. She referred to a bronze torque. Well, we've got one of those. Skill such item can be used to read the patterns of nature. Synovus is a pagan god of the forest, typically depicted as a man with antler or a stag, often wearing or holding a torque. So, alright, I got that one. Got the spirit eye. Oh, we'll go. All right. So, a black mare thundered through the icy rain, shining wet in the silver moonlight. Her cloaked rider was exhausted, cold, and soaked to the bone. He knew he would not survive the night if he did not reach Blackbarrow. I don't know what's going on. How are you? Oh, it's a playing card. An escaped prisoner ran northwest. He hid me in the first building he came to. So it's something he was carrying? Continue. Day 2, Friday. Edmund Bishop, the 14th Lord of Gleeson Castle. Gleeson Castle is a man of wealth and privilege. Like 13 before him, he is a man who would be easy to despise as his father was, but is well loved by those who know him. Now retired, he's a professor of ancient languages at University of Cumbria, but his real passion is birds. Birds. His students learn to divert particularly dense lectures on Latin declension by asking him about local owl species or by quizzing the professor on increasingly exotic bird calls. Edmund was only too happy to oblige, spending hours recounting stories of his adventures in Africa and New Zealand. All right. Reminder, I've stored a couple of items in the cellar, the wine merchant next door. On thalmic fields, all thalmic objects produce a field of sorts. Although invisible to the naked eye, they can be observed by placing an object over a thalmic lens. A duric field pattern. These fields are not fully understood despite attempts to study them over the years. So, where are we? Strange Horticulture, we aren't there yet. Strange Antiquities, 29 is there. So the wine merchant next door must be there. Where's the prison? The old jail, 10. The first building he came to. Ah, that's filling up. All right. Verona Green. Undermere fizzing with fear over these ravens. Alright, what does she need? The ravens have gotten under my skin is all. Please let Eli know. Where is copy of hermetic symbology? So we've got symbols: Selenic, Triadic, Dianic, Noctic, Mentic, Winic, Wixic, I feel like if I was playing this through, I would need to learn all these symbols. So, let's go. Selenic is that symbol. Small at the top, big at the bottom, circle to the top and bottom of the triangle. Wood. Is wood a material that we have available to us? The answer seems to be no. Tess Sherwood. I feel paralysed. I have no job, no partners, no friends, no prospects. I heard a horn shackle might be the answer. Horn shackles are used to bring about change to one's life, ability to restore. bestowing the ability to overcome personal demons. In use, the horns are rubbed between one's fingers, causing them to become worn and smooth over the use. They can be worn as pendants, but are more commonly totems of some kind. Could be that. Nope. This will either tip me over or it won't. Alright, you feel paralyzed. The dilapidated warehouse is dark and imposing, and on the struggling flame of my lantern does a little diffuse its steps. I slowly search for its contents. With a sense of despair, wondering if I'm even in the right place when suddenly unexpectedly I uncover something of value. More relief than later, I take the trinket back to the shop to study with a warm drink. I can't tell if... Okay, the clock affects the phase of the moon somehow. But I can't work out how to get this to go away. Nope. Nope. I'm looking at something with horns. All right. All right. Yes, we know. Okay. That took a while. David Schaefer, at least the weather's looking a little better today. Okay. Western Farm. It's okay, Jupiter. Stanley Hume, I want a Cyric ring. A Cyric. That's a pleasing word not to hold on the tongue. I'm guessing it's that. Nope. Hiss when they hold the ring to their ear. Okay. Not what I was expecting. Holgar Grim. Eerie creations worn by the priests of Holgar in various rituals. Daisy Winters. A binding seed or a zea. Shield charm. Emmett Burrows. They've found a man in that house where all them ravens were. I wish I hadn't seen it, but I did. His eyes were sheet white, but he was sheet white, but it was his eyes that were going to give me nightmares. All black they were. It's like he wasn't there anymore. I don't need to wait around for another sign. I'm taking my family to Sedbergh and I'll be using the Libera to see us safely. I'll be taking a Libula to see us safely through. Ported to offer the reassurance in times upheaval and change, but they're not held in high regard by most scholars of the occult. That being said, the imbuement of wisdom shows Olivia not merely decorative. Could be that one. Wisdom. So what does wisdom look like? Okay. I like it. End of day. That could be the end of the demo. I believe I have already wishlisted it. So we've worked out the mechanics of it. It took us an hour. I was told the demo was about 90 minutes and it takes some people longer. So that wasn't terribly difficult. There is another game by these guys which I might start up a stream playing some of those later on, called Strange Horticulture. Strange Horticulture was pretty well received. I'm just trying to find Strange Horticulture. The description for Strange Horticulture. Strange Horticulture is an occult puzzle game in which you play as the proprietor of the local plant stall. Find and identify new plants, pet your cat, speak to a coven, or join a cult. Use your collective powerful plants to influence the story and unravel Undermere's dark mysteries. So, it's by Bad Viking rather than by Iceberg Interactive. I will need to update my thing to say the correct information. Bad Viking. Okay. So that was the game. Iceberg Interactive is the publisher, not the developer. So thanks for anyone who dropped by. This was the demo version. I thought it was going to be a little longer. So Bad Viking were the publishers of that particular game. I might fire up some blueprints now. But thanks for coming by, and I can see someone's watching. I'm going to jump to another stream in a minute, but I will play another game next month, and I'll go back to something that I've already been playing in a moment.